Hello, forward thinkers, and welcome to another episode of Expats Unpacked. Today we have Andriana Efstathiou with us. She's a partner at Bybloserve Management LTD, which is in the same group with I. Francos and Associates, an established law firm in Larnaca. Andriana is specializing in immigration law, investment migration, and corporate services for international clients. You've helped a lot of expats move to Cyprus. Tell me a little bit about that experience and why you chose to focus on international clients.
Okay, so it started as a genuine interest to help people, navigate our complex system in terms of obtaining a PR residency. Actually, it's very fulfilling, seeing someone come to a new country, settle in, and know that you help them from A to Z throughout this entire procedure. It's something that we as a law firm believe in, that we need to help people come and start by finding a property, helping them with the legal procedures, submitting their application, and hold their hand throughout this journey, and be there until they have settled in and feel comfortable in our home country, Cyprus.
So, by what you're saying, understand that it's a one-stop firm that you do the entire process. You make it as easy as it can get for somebody, so they don't have to, go to one place for real estate, one place for legal advice, one place for something else. So you take care of everything. So if you were an expat looking to come to Cyprus and get your residency, what are the options right now?
So we have the permanent residency program, especially under regulation 6.2. We have the long-term residency. There are special schemes for retirees, people that want to come and work in Cyprus. But okay, the most popular at this moment is, of course, the permanent residency through investment.
Okay, and can you give us some details about that? What kind of investment needs to be done? What kind of property?
So you can either invest in real estate or through purchasing shares of a local Cyprus company that employs local employees, purchase units of a Cyprus fund. In terms of the real estate property, which is the most popular at this moment, it's purchasing a new real estate property with VAT of the amount of 300,000 plus. You can also purchase commercial properties that can be also used properties. So we are there to help them find the property, or they can locate it themselves, and we can guide them through the contract of sale, through the due diligence of the property, which is something that we highlight that it's super important for someone before they commit to a purchase.
Great. So I've had a lot of experts in this podcast, and they all seem to love Cyprus. Sometimes we debate whether Limassol is the best city or Nicosia is the best city. But for your work, you deal with a lot of experts. What's the most rewarding part of your job when somebody finally moves to Cyprus and you get feedback from them? They made the right decision.
Yes, the most rewarding part, I might say, it's when I meet them, a year after they have settled in. Either they come for any other legal advice that they want, then I see them that, they're settled in, their children go to school, their business is going well, they have engaged in the community, with the local community as well, and their own, circle of people. This is the most rewarding part, to feel that, we have helped them, not just the paperwork, not just legally. We help them actually to build a life here. So this is the most important and rewarding part for us.
That's great, and that's what sets you apart, probably. So, what do you think makes Cyprus a unique place for expats? Why, if somebody's watching us from Europe or Asia or anywhere in the world and they're thinking of relocating to Cyprus for work, what would you say is the most unique thing about Cyprus?
Okay, we are of course in Europe. Cyprus has a lot of tax advantages, low corporate tax rate, non-dom regime, which is really attractive to highly paid professionals or people with worldwide income. But I would say that also, it's the climate, first and foremost. We have the beach, and within 2 hours you can go to the mountains. You have sun, you have snow, you have, local tavernas that you can go. We are built around family, I believe. We have destinations that are also for younger people, but somebody looking to come and relocate their family here, I believe it's a very good option to consider.
And how long does it take from the moment somebody decides to move to Cyprus to the moment they can have all of their paperwork ready and start working here? How long is this process?
Okay, from our side, I believe once you locate your property and all the legal work can be finalized within 1-2 months and submit to the governmental authorities your application. Now the part where we have the approval of the application takes a bit more time. So I think I'm very optimistic saying, a year, 18 months, but sometimes it may take a bit longer. But you can enjoy yourselves in Cyprus throughout this time frame.
Okay, so you can be here while the process is
Yes.
ongoing. You mentioned that it takes a while for the bureaucratic part of the process. Um, do you collaborate with the government or with the authorities? Do you have a vision of any changes you would like to see in policy to facilitate this process?
Okay, I think in terms of a procedure, it's straightforward. It's easy for us lawyers. You know the procedure. It's quite clear. If I may say, the issue is time. I understand that it's an application. They need to go through it, but there are delays. But I would say that generally it's part of our structure that we go a bit. How can I say it? Things take a bit longer, but I would say to the expats to embrace it. And it's part of
Enjoy the downtime.
yes,
Yeah.
it's part of who we are. So if I would request something or I would wish for something to be done, in a better way, would be the time frames for the approval of the applications.
But I assume that if somebody were to do it by themselves and find all the applications, it would probably take longer, right? Because at least you have the knowledge to prepare everything on time, file everything on time. So I assume, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that it is faster to go through an experienced law firm than do it by yourself.
I would say the other way around. So
Oh.
a lot of people believe that it's either very easy or it's very hard. So the truth lies somewhere in the middle. What I always say to all of our clients is seek expert advice. You do it once, you do it correctly. At the end of the day, it will save you money and time, and you need someone to hold your hand. So you need a professional.
So there's a lot talk about end-to-end support in your work. What does that look like in practice for someone moving their life here?
Okay, there are also a lot of bits and pieces that somebody needs to think about when they're relocating in a country. First, locate a house. Okay, you've done that. What then? You need to come. You can work. You don't want to work. Your kids, they need to go to school. So you need to find proper schooling.
So you also help with
Of
locating
course,
schools and everything?
of course. So we help them enroll, give them their options, depending on where they will be situated in Cyprus. Healthcare system. So we need to explain it to them. Utilities, we need to register them in their name. It's, outside of Cyprus, EU, it's a bit more, everything is done more electronically. In Cyprus, there are still some governmental authorities that you need to go there. You cannot send a client standing in a queue for 2 hours.
Without knowing,
Exactly,
who to
just
talk to.
sitting there. So we are there to help them from A to Z, from end-to-end support.
Excellent. So what's one thing every expat should do when they first arrive to Cyprus?
Okay. So I would say my opinion is because I live in a city that also has a seafront. I would say go to the beach, find a local taverna, have a drink, and relax.
And I've talked with a lot of people that do that, and sometimes they do that every day.
Yes.
Um, okay, what's one thing you wish every expat knew before moving to Cyprus?
Okay, that things take a bit longer, and you need to embrace it. If they have a professional with them, they need to trust the professional, and that everything will be okay at the end. So, as we discussed, things may take a bit more time, but from the governmental authorities side, so the approvals, etc. But if you have the right expert with you, you should feel very confident that everything will be done.
Are most of your clients relaxed about the process, or
Relaxed, okay. Once you submit, they have regular follow-ups.
they
Then we need
do?
to inform the okay, be a bit more patient. We submitted the application, it's gonna be fine. We are also following up with the authorities to see where the application stands. But okay, we need to help them understand that it takes a bit more time.
And what's the most unexpected cultural difference you've seen expats experience? What's the one thing they say to you? Oh, this is so different from my
I will tell
country.
you one thing that a few clients said to me. It's Sunday lunch. So Cyprus revolves a lot around family. And I'm sure you know as well that, Sunday lunchtime, most of the times for most of the families is when we get together. And I think that, when they're in the beach and they see a big group of people gather and they suddenly understand that, oh my God, this is a whole family, cousins, sisters, grandparents. Uh, I think this shocks them, but they also like it because it's something that they're not experiencing. And because they have, made it as a comment to me, I found it very interesting because for us it's something that,
We take it for granted.
exactly.
So this is one misconception, but any other misconceptions of people that they had a dream of what Cyprus would be, and when they got here, they said, "Oh, it's not exactly like that. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's different."
I will focus on the better things, that they think that we are a really small island, that they will have difficulty to settle in. But actually, they see that, it's easy to settle in. Most of us, talk English, among other languages, of course, now that we have a lot of people coming to Cyprus. Schooling is easy. We have a high standard of education. Now we have universities in Cyprus, so they can see that we are developing and they feel more calm and relaxed that there is a future in Cyprus. It's not like, for example, in Dubai, that you go there, you have small children, but when they reach the age that they need to go to a primary school or higher education, you feel that, okay, maybe there is a need that I will go somewhere in Europe to give them the chance of a better education. Whereas in Cyprus, we actually do have good, um, we have a good starting point and we are going up.
Yeah, good
So,
private schools, good,
yes,
and
education is going well.
yeah, and a lot of people were telling me, "Oh, I thought I would come to Cyprus and I wouldn't have a social life," but they're surprised to see that there's a lot of things going on in Limassol, a lot of
Exactly.
things going on in Larnaca and Nicosia and Paphos.
Yes. So you can find whatever you look for. You can find somewhere quiet that you can have a coffee, relax, have a beer, see the beach, and you can have, a great lifestyle in all of the cities of
Yeah, and we
Cyprus.
have a blooming, tech industry.
Exactly.
So things are changing rapidly in Cyprus, and that's why so many people want to relocate here.
Yeah. So a lot of young people come in, but it's not only young people. It's not only young professionals, if I may say. So a lot of wealthy families, I'm talking about 40 plus, that come with their children. They can come. We can accommodate them. We have the facilities. We have the facilities for younger entrepreneurs as well, like you said, tech industry. So, we are building it steadily to cover all the spectrum of the agents and the professionals, or even non-professionals that want to come and live here.
Um, I'm taking what you said now and before about retirement. So in my mind, when somebody says I'm an expat, I think they're just coming here to work. But I'm understanding now that people want to come here to retire, or people want to just come here to live, despite of work, or they want to come for school. Do you take care of all of those different variations and reasons for somebody to relocate? And what are some like of the nuances of, retirement versus work versus education?
Okay, depending on your profile of an individual, you come through different circumstances and backgrounds. So you need to understand the individual that you have in front of you and what they want. So if I have a retiree that wants to come to Cyprus just to relax, I need to, guide him through that route. I need to show him the options he has based on his profile, even if this is actually simply housing or where they should live, or what amenities they need to have around them. I cannot just send them somewhere that doesn't have, any support in a small village in Cyprus, for example, in my opinion, of course. So it depends what everybody needs. Or I cannot send them in an area where we have a great lifestyle and music and it's very busy. Again, depending what they want.
They just want to relax if they're
Yes.
retiring.
Or I understand that they might want to be less involved in the procedural requirements to submit the application. So I will tell them, okay, bring the documents to me. We will prepare everything. You just come one time, you sign, and we arrange for everything. Whereas another individual, maybe he would like to be more involved in the procedure and be copied on all emails and on all correspondence and have regular meetings. So it always depends on who you have in front of you.
Great. Andriana, is there any closing remarks, anything else you want to discuss that we didn't touch upon in this conversation about expats and relocating to Cyprus?
People need to understand that they need a professional throughout this procedure. They need to have someone perform a due diligence on them. As in any other case, there are circumstances where you can find yourself in very bad situations because you didn't trust the professional, you wanted to do it by yourself. No. Engage a professional, whoever that may be, to guide you from A to Z before you engage in a purchase of an asset. Perform your due diligence. Have someone that is next to you, and everything will work out just fine.
Do people come to you after they start the process by themselves and make mistakes and they use you to fix things?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's better to do it before than
exactly.
after.
So a
it's
lot
easier.
of people come and say, okay, I'm stuck in this situation. What do we do now? You don't want to say to them, okay, why did you proceed by yourself? But we want to, spread the word that no, we are here. There are a lot of excellent professionals in Cyprus that can guide you through every single step throughout this procedure, big or small. And this is key.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
To our podcast. And thank you for watching another episode of Expats Unpacked. Please follow and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And until next time, keep inspiring.